A nonpartisan group is now considering calling on the state to investigate Tuesday's voting problems in Lee County. 4 in your quarters, Mac Grant is talking with the group and the state, working to get you answers tonight.
Well, many voters are still frustrated after Tuesday's long lines deterred some from voting, and the use of one ballot scanner created log jams at the ballot box. Problems some say the state should investigate.
Moving forward, I will do whatever it takes to ensure that this does not happen again in Lee County.
A day after Supervisor of Elections Sharon Harrington makes this tearful apology, the nonpartisan League of Women Voters of Lee County considers calling for a state investigation.
Well, I think there should be an investigation, and I think the excuses that were offered were certainly invalid.
Judy Alves is on the board of directors for the League of Women Voters, but does not speak for the group as a whole. Her biggest complaint, that only one ballot scanner was used at some precincts where lines stretched for hours.
It's a very simple mathematical equation that you cannot use one scanner when you have hordes of people trying to vote. Clearly it was a mistake.
A mistake she feels turned some voters away. While not calling for Harrington to resign, Alves says she and other members from the league want the state to step in.
It would have been nice to be able to send additional units to every single precinct, but we didn't have any more stock.
Harrington blames election problems on a long 4-page ballot and too few optical scanners. I asked the Florida Department of State if they plan to investigate.
Maybe too soon to make that decision right now. I think right now we want to get as much information as possible and do an evaluation. There may be some counties that need to have a closer look.
The state says they've received complaints about long lines in Lee County, which concerns them, and tell me they'll evaluate how elections went statewide, then make recommendations for improvements.
Lee County will have some lessons that they can learn in taking this election.
Well, no question about that. Republican State Representative Matt Caldwell called the 5-hour wait times many experienced unacceptable and says voters will have the final say on Sharon Harrington's performance when she's up for re-election. He does not support, though, the legislature getting involved in an investigation because he says there needs to be suspicion of criminal activity, which there isn't here. We've already gotten nearly 100 calls from you on both sides of this argument regarding Harrington, and tonight's People's Voice Former Corner Miriam Zamorano is sharing your opinions.
It would have been nice to be able to send additional units to every single precinct, but we didn't have any more stock. Moving forward, I will do whatever it takes to ensure that this does not happen again in Lee County.
Lee County Supervisor of Elections Sharon Harrington says she's sorry about the long waits to cast your vote this election. She blames long ballots and few scanning machines for the backup. But any reason is not good enough for so many reaching out to Fox 4 furious about what happened. Here's Danny from North Fort Myers.
I think that anybody else doing a job messing it up so bad would be fired.
Rick from Cape Coral.
The process that she went through did cause a difference in the Lee County decision of who was going to be what as far as president right down to the county commissioner.
Mike from Cape Coral saying he couldn't wait in line for hours, so he didn't get to cast his vote.
What she did was take away my right and many other people.
Peter from Estero feeling Harrington can't be blamed for everything.
Did her job. She did her job well. These are unforeseen circumstances that couldn't be rectified except with extraordinary circumstances.
Marianne emailed us supporting Harrington, writing, quote, "They should blame the state for all of it. Sharon Harrington did not cause the scanners that took our votes to jam." Miriam Zamorano, Fox 4 in your corner.